we focused on young men and how they were involved in their partner's abortion journeys. In fact, we like to call it their own abortion journey. Opposite to popular perceptions, what we found about male engagement in premarital abortions is that men actually were involved from the beginning till the end of the abortion and even later. In most cases, they were the ones who purchased the pregnancy kits, they were the ones who uh, figured out the transport to the clinics, they were the ones who did a Reiki of the clinic to ensure that it's a little far off from where they live, it's safe, and they were also the ones to get medical abortion pills in cases where the abortion had to be done medically. They also waited outside the clinic when their girlfriends were speaking to the doctors. So, in all of it, we found that men were around, men were involved, and men were supportive. One comment that stays with me is a young man telling us that I never thought anybody will ask me what I feel about the abortion. And today, when you're asking me, I feel so strange because, I thought that nobody will understand my guilt that I put my partner through this, and nobody will also understand my shame because I've been made to feel ashamed. Men said, we asked them, why were you involved? Were you scared? They said, of course we were scared, but I loved my partner. I was concerned for her. One is that they have autonomy and access to resources, and very importantly, love and concern for their partner's well being. We talk about safe sex, we talk about sex education, we talk about responsibility. We are missing out to talk about love and pleasure and concern, well being. We're talking about safe sex in a very checklist manner. We have to bring in this focus on concern, well being, and human feelings. Service providers don't engage with men, service providers judge and scold them. And in cases where they do interact with men, they make them feel guilty, they make them feel horrible, and they make them feel immoral. Men are vulnerable. They are vulnerable and they are caught between, gender norms on one hand, which paints them as perpetrators, which paints them as exploitators. And because some of these relationships were also intercaste relationships, they really did have a fear that they would be arrested, they would be accused of rape, they would be even murdered in some cases. I think most important thing is when we talk about premarital sex, when we talk about male engagement, when we talk about relationships, we must keep in mind feminist ideas of dignity and honor. It can be a lot of fun to engage with young men and even young women on these issues so that ultimately can lead to responsible, fun, and safe sex. We're somehow doing it the other way around. Men are involved, men want to be involved, maybe not all men, but definitely some men, and that's a beginning. We need to talk to young people about safe sex in a manner that's fun, that's exciting.